Cancer, welcome to your bonus in-depth reading that is yours and theirs. I hope you're well. I hope you are fabulous. Like always with yours and theirs, take what resonates, leave what does not, and reverse those energies as you see fit. More so with yours and theirs, as energy exchange and interchange is real, rapid, and fluid. Having said that, your person that I see on this board today, might involve the energies of a spouse, significant other, boyfriend, girlfriend, lover, ex of 5 years ago. I never know until the cards are on the table, right? But I would also ask you to include or make space for those other perfectly common elements in life, such as work, family, spiritual stuff. Happens all the time. And you know what? Honestly, sometimes it becomes the entire reading. But keeping that in mind, these are general collective readings, not one-to-one private, so they may not resonate at all. And I know that's frustrating, but it's also normal. So if that happens, check your other placements. You will find yourself in there somewhere. Right. What is going on for Cancer? Show me Cancer, please. I suppose post happy birthday. We only exited your season a few days ago, so I hope that you had, whenever it was, a fantastic birthday. What's going on? Show me Cancer. Like always, we're going to start with your side of the board, but as I say in the intro, reverse energies as you see fit. What's up? All right. 3 of Pentacles. 9 of Swords. Page of Pentacles. Seven of Cups. The Empress. The Eight of Cups. Well, no wonder you're anxious. The Knight of Coin, 9 of Wands, the 10 of Wands. King of Pentacles. I think you might be able to see for yourself why I'm less than thrilled. And you're less than thrilled. I already have half of mine to scrap this one, honestly, because it looks like it's stalemate. And you can't help but wonder the same thing, but you keep putting yourself through the paces, honey. Why? Why? You keep putting yourself through the paces. What are you afraid of losing? King of Pentacles in your overview, you're like, look, I'm doing my bit, and I know you are. King of Pentacles, I'm resourceful, I'm responsible, I'm reliable, I invest. That's what I do. When something's good, I invest. Then why is this so hard? 3 of Pentacles, 9 of Swords, Page of Pentacles. You're like, look, I'm doing my best just to get along with them at this point. I'm on pins and needles about it. I'm trying to show some level of cooperation here, friendship, partnership, something. But it's not going so well. In fact, I find myself giving less and less to it now. Page of Pentacles. You have evidence here to be worried. You have evidence here to be concerned that whatever this is, this partnership, us trying to build something, isn't going well. And that's where the anxiety is coming from. So I'm actually happy to see that you're not doubling down on the investment. You're actually reducing it. But again, what does that tell you? 7 of Cups, the Empress, 8 of Cups. Are you in or out? Are you in or out? This person's at the heart of the reading, so I know they're important to you, and also the Empress. This is someone who's very, very important to you. And in their top line, they said, I'm trying to keep my emotions open towards you, but it's not going well. Ace of Cups. They're still kind of showing me a partial checked out here. And that's the reason why I believe you're showing me I'm anxious. I'm really anxious. I'm trying to put in some good work here, but I'm feeling less and less inclined. And that's because you're receiving less and less evidence about the permanency of their emotions. Are you in this or not? Are you open to this honestly or not? Like, where are you? And you have a right to know, all right? You say that this person, in some way, you see them as a contributor to your life, either as a significant other or a family member, but you have a right to know. But I have to tell you, behavior is a language. I'm getting emotional inconsistency with this person who has a rather large assignment to be more present with the Empress. And you're showing up less and less to this dynamic too. And that's not good either. Knight of Pentacles, Nine of Wands, that's what you two share. Nobody's happy. But we're trudging along. So like I said, here we are, 5, almost 6 minutes in, and I'm already thinking about redoing this. So I'll tell you what, in fairness, I'm going to start clarifying, at least on your downline. But if I see a bunch of stalemate bullshit, from my point of view, there's an obvious answer. But I can't stand it when there is an obvious answer and two people are determined not to look at it. That's stalemate shit. It kind of defeats the purpose of tarot, in my opinion, which is why I have any sort of reason at all to redo a reading anymore, is I want to work with collectives that are interested in resolution. Okay? That's it. That's all. I hate saying same shit, different day. Progress. I'll take progress. Any sort of progress. Okay? I'll take progress. I'll keep it. So there may not be absolute solutions, but progress, we'll take that. I don't care if you're baby stepping, but are we taking steps? Because right now this is a whole bunch, well, this train stopped moving. It has no momentum anymore, no energy, no steam. The idea of my being a passenger anymore, I find that repulsive. Never mind conduct the train. I don't even want to be a passenger. That's more or less the vibe between you two right now. King of Pentacles, what's up? There's that Nine of Swords again. The Star. The Magician. Do you want to keep pulling this in? And it's like you don't know anymore. You're questioning it. And that causes anxiety in and of itself. That tells me once upon a time this is a star you didn't question, and now you question it. It's all you think about. Do I still want this? Do I still want this? Is it still important to me? Can I still reach for this? Can I still feel good about it? Does it make me feel stable? Does it make me feel productive? Does it make me feel like I have a purpose or pathway in this life? Because right now it doesn't make me feel any of those things. And I'm an investor. This is what I do. I take my dreams and goals seriously. If I want it, I do my best to make it happen. And now I don't know that I want this, and that's freaking me out because you question it constantly. Is this still for me? Do I want to continue to pull on this? Do I want to continue to draw from it, draw inspiration from this? All right. Again, fair. Fair. 3 of Pentacles. Because your willingness to invest is going down, not up, down. And it's not just about you, it's also what you're experiencing. So I can see that you're someone who prefers big dreams, big goals, big desires, and that you are willing to put in the work. But now you heavily, heavily question the cooperation for yourself and for them, as you should. Four of Pentacles, the Sun. You're working towards this idea of happiness, and that's why you've held on. Again, used to associate any sort of cooperation from them as a form of progress, happiness. I'll take that little bit. Some of you, that's kind of your motto. I'll take that. It's not a lot, but I'll take it. Because it's evidence, right? It's evidence of partnership. It's evidence, again, of friendship. See, I'm putting something into this, and they're giving me a little bit back. I can work with that. And so you man, you know how to... It's like, oh, okay, here's a little bit. Okay, they put a little bit back into the pot. Okay, this is good. And that would make you so happy. I want you to think about that. Those little attempts given back to you. Those attempts of cooperation. Those attempts of friendship. It doesn't put you over the moon, but it does put you over the sun. It's delirious happy. Okay, here's a little bit more to work with. It's good. I'll take that. You're so happy a really basic progress. The little things that should be returned to you. It gives you a lot of hope. That makes me nervous. Nine of Swords. You are able to do a lot with very little, my friend. Nine of Swords. The Emperor, Knight of Cups, Temperance. You're saying it's a choice. I will overcome my fears. I will not allow my fears to consume me. I am Emperor here. This is my equal we're talking about. So when in doubt, you default to love. And you're saying that's what I do. That's what's expected of me. So you are showing me matching energies here. You do in some way consider them to be your divine counterpart, your equal. So when in doubt and you have a lot of doubts, Nine of Swords, you say, I show up to love. That's what I do. Okay. All right. So the realistic stuff, the 3D stuff, okay. All right. I admit it's not great. It makes me happy in the moment, but the fact that I get so little from it freaks me out. It seems to be accumulating evidence of what's not happening here. So, you know what? When in doubt, I'm not going to allow my fears to eat at me or dictate my actions. I will choose to show love. That's what I'm going to do. Patience and understanding. Page of Pentacles. Page of Pentacles. Show me that Page of Pentacles. A lot of fire here. All of it, actually. Leo, Aries, Sag. And then your baseline had a lot of pentacles. You might have a very, very diverse chart. I'm thinking Cancer may not be your dominant. Well, that's for some of you, not all of you. Five of Wands. Eight of Cups and the honey? There's that Eight of Cups, Five of Wands, Five of Swords, and then you receive a little bit of evidence that what you just believed in, what you just reinforced, it's not that it's for nothing. It's just that you're made to feel like it's for nothing, like your faith isn't justified. Your strength of will towards this and the advocacy, you continue to show it. It's like something comes along and undermines it. And that's really hard to look at. There's a reason why you went from okay, this is kind of functioning, Three of Pentacles, Four of Pentacles, I'll take it. And then the doubts really kick in. They hit critical mass. And you personally have an internal talk between you and you. You know what? I'm the Emperor here. I am in control of my emotions. I love this. And that's a choice. They just, whatever they are, who they are, just needs more patience, a little more compassion. I will continue to keep myself open towards them and understand their point of view. I think it's time to pull back on that. I think it would do well for a little bit more in the reverse for them to understand your point of view. Because I feel like just as soon as you reassure yourself something happens, we're like, don't get too comfortable with that thought or feeling. And don't expect too much from me on the return. At five, and it hurts all over again. Five of Wands, Eight of Cups, Five of Swords. It really, that energy that they participate in undermines your faith after everything you just told me. I don't like that at all. Five of Wands, Ace of Cups, Five of Swords. It's like I'm saying I'm still detached and don't expect anything different. It's like they don't want this to work. Sabotage. It is self-sabotage. They give you enough to get your hopes up. You reinforce your own belief systems about healing, patience, love, and kindness, despite your overwhelming anxiety. And what do you get? What do you get? What do you get in return? What do you get in return? Something that says, oh, don't do that. After you put in the work or you try to put in the work, it's like your work is dismissed or don't expect me to join you there. I think you're assuming a bit much. It's very presumptuous of you to assume I'd want to get back that same level of consideration. Gosh, I hate that your faith was just immediately undermined. Okay. Eight of Cups is there twice, guys. Your fears are not without warrant. What are we going to do about it? What are we going to do about it? What are we going to do about it? That is self-sabotage, and you're participating by still trying to give it something, even if it's anger or attention. You're participating in it. It's like, oh, that's not them having walked away. Yeah, it fucking is. It is. They don't really mean that. Yeah, they do. They know exactly what they're doing. Okay? They know they're being withholding. They know they're going to throw you a couple of pieces of things here and there that make you feel good for about 5 seconds. What? Why do I feel like you're being punished? What is going on? Four Swords, Knight of Cups, yes. They've thought about your feeling, the Chariot, moving it forward, okay. Moving things forward with you. They've thought about your feeling towards them many times. They reflected on it many times. There's the admission of you and how you feel. Knight of Cups twice, Chariot, your power card with the Four Swords. There's a lot of rest and reflection on this and keeping themselves open towards you. They said they've thought about it. They understand your feelings come towards them in a way that's positive and has forward direction. They get this. They're not stupid. They've thought about it. They know you're open and interested in moving things forward. And it looks like they even told themselves they would do the same. Okay. The Empress. Two of Pentacles in reverse, Five of Cups, and the King of Wands, and then they can't get out of their feels about something. Something they said they would let go, but they haven't let go of at all. In fact, when they think about it, it gets them all fired up, but it represents sadness and pain. And it's something they swore they'd let go, but they haven't. And I just know it's of the past. I do feel like they're making you pay for something that is quite old. Or you two said you worked it out or you worked through it, and that would be the end of the subject. It would be dropped, but it's not there. It's still very much a source of sadness for them. Let's be clear. This person consciously thought about keeping themselves open towards you because that's what you were clearly demonstrating. They even thought on it. Said, yeah, okay, if Cancer's trying, I will too. And they meant it. So that was a choice to show you openness. And to also accept your emotions, which they did. They accepted your love. And then I have this Empress here, who you say is your equal. Internally, they're still pissed off about something that they said they let go of. Okay. Ace of Cups. Ten of Wands. I've seen that. Temperance and the Six of Pentacles. Gosh, I'm sorry, I'm having a hard time believing this person. So are you. It's like they can't get their shit together. I'm here, but I'm not here. This is hard, but I want to heal it. And they're showing me a lot more than what you're getting, honestly. See, it's almost like I'm doing a lot just by showing up, and through your eyes, it's barely nothing. And when they try, it's provoking, it's angry, and it reminds you of how they're more emotionally detached than they are open. Yeah. You say, I have increasing evidence to believe that you're undermining this situation and your so-called effort. To them, it's like, I'm doing the best I can. We have very different points of view. Very different. It's really hard to take someone seriously. I want to heal this balance, but it's so hard. And don't expect me to be fully emotionally present, which you pick up on, and it hurts you, it angers you, because you just got done checking yourself. You see their absenteeism in the heart as being a form of self-sabotage. It's undermining any so-called effort, and I don't think you're wrong. But even in the smallest of ways, you continue to give to it, so it tells them that they can continue in that behavior. Like, I still get a choice to opt out if I need to opt out, but I also get to say I try when I want to try, and I kind of want you to stop making space for that. There's a reason you're up at night and this is freaking you out. This is a prime example of mixed results mean no. Mixed signals mean no. Typically, I see a much lighter version of it, and pages are knocking around, and and people just want to get their heart-on satisfied, so they get mixed signals out there. But this one's a lot more complex. A lot more. They're still mad about something that they said they dropped. Oh, that doesn't factor into my equation. Yeah, it fucking does. All right, Knights of Pentacles, Nine of Wands, Ten of Wands. I need to see more. I need to see more. Because I feel like you're so damn close to the truth of this. I want you to reject it. I really do. It's like, I know I've been absent. Yeah. You lied to me. You said you'd be open, but you're not. You minimize your effort, but then you act like you're giving me everything. And you say something or do something that gives me a direct evidence that not only am I right to be freaked out about us, but that you will continue to make it worse and then think that you're making it better. That is some scary evidence, yes. But mind you, it takes two. And by that I mean, if you have suspected this, then we got to stop making space for it, Cancer, honey. This trust is a problem. It hurts my heart that you said you're going to choose to trust the situation, that they need more healing and time. And you're right, but more healing and time on their time, not yours. Because you expected to see a lot more evidence by now of things changing for the better. Not this yo-yo back and forth bullshit. Knights of Pentacles. Four of Cups. Yes, I see you're unhappy. You both are. King of Wands. And the Seven of Cups. And there it is. I understand that. You both agreed to walk the path. You both agreed. Okay? Slowly, if that's what the other person needed. Slow, steady. King of Wands, Seven of Cups. Just tell me we're open. Just tell me we're open towards each other. And we'll get through this unhappiness. Fair. That was a fair agreement. I've seen it. And there you are being happy with a Four of Pentacles. Jesus. Nine of Wands. Let's see that Nine of Wands, please. Page of Swords, Seven of Wands, angry, small, defensive, and somebody won't recognize it. No shit. Page of Swords, Seven of Wands, strength, angry, small, defensive, but too small of a mind to recognize it. Guess who it is? It's the person who said that they're over it. Whatever it is that they dropped. I dropped that issue. It's not an issue. That's King of Wands. It just kind of goes to show you what people agree to and what's actually going on can often be two different things. It depends on how well you know yourself and how lined up you are to goals. And relationships are absolutely goals. I don't care what the context is. I don't give a shit. Lovers, spouses, okay, the relationship you have with your siblings or your parents. The point is, when two people understand themselves well enough and they line up to what they actually believe, it shows. Right now I have someone saying it's backhanded. I believe in this, but I'm not actually operating from that space. I said I'd be open, but here's evidence that I'm not. I'm giving you something, and to me, it's everything, and to you, it's very little. And like I said, I don't think, no, that this requires any more patience or healing on your part, or willingness to you just need more time. No. The second they said they'd step back into that emotional arena with you, and they said that the subject was over, no. That's where you two were supposed to move forward. They have unresolved issues. That means they need to pull themselves aside and work on it and not take it out on you. Okay? There's the stuff you work through together, and there's the shit you need to work on your own before you bring it back to the table. The moment they stepped into an agreement with you and they started to break that agreement, they weren't ready. So you've given them already a lot of patience and consideration. This is what I mean by don't waste time on somebody else's timeline. Don't. The stuff you work through together, that's what you understood you were operating from. This is a we thing. I'm like, you know what, you're right. I'm over it. I think it was a little too frivolous. A little too early of an... I don't know if they were just trying to appear like a bigger person, if their pride got involved. I got the King of Wands twice with strength. Yeah, it could be that pride stepped in, or they think that they're just too big to succumb to these emotions of the past or regrets of it. Something like that. I don't know. But it's just not true. And this is what happens when pride gets in the way. It's one of the biggest cons of fire by far. Or stubbornness. But that's mostly associated with the physical Four of Pentacles. But still. That need to be right. I can live up to anything. Seven of Pentacles. Ten of Wands twice with justice. I mean, I see you two trudging along. Should I have kept this one? Should I have scrapped it? Because I see a whole bunch of nothing's changed. You both agreed to trudge along, even though it's quite difficult. It's beyond difficult at this point. I got the Ten of Wands 3 times, twice acknowledged by the both of you. With Justice, Seven of Pentacles, it's like, this shit ain't going to change, and we both know it, but we're going to keep doing it. Why? Why? It's stuff like this that's kind of like, I just want to say, what's love got to do with it? And what love I saw largely came from you, and the reflection of how you felt, which I guess, I don't know, gave them momentary inspiration to rise to your level. But they didn't mean it, and they weren't ready for it. It's very emotionally present one day and absent the next. And they're telling you, and they have the nerve to tell you, I'm doing the best I can. And you know it's bullshit. You know it's bullshit. You know it's bullshit. You know. You know they have undermining behaviors. You know they have self-sabotaging behaviors. You know this. And it pisses you off. You even say, I thought we were done with this. I just need more time. We did that. I just need more time than that. I'm doing the best I can. So in a way, when you said this person's your equal, you're not wrong, because you treat each other very much the same. You are telling that you're teaching them, you are teaching this person what your worth is. Okay? And they're reflecting it back. You are worth so much more than this. But that's not what they're saying. They're saying someone who gives this situation, whatever this is, chance after chance. Even when you know it's self-defeating or hurts you. Okay? You teach people how to treat you. And you are learning from them to not take them seriously. Okay? That you should have serious trust issues with them because they're inconsistent by word, deed, and feeling. That's what you're learning from them. They're wishy-washy, inconsistent, and they really can't stand up to what they believe in, but they think they're supposed to. No, I'm sorry. No, this sucks. I don't want to say this for you. We're just going to keep on keeping on it. Just, it's heavy. It sucks. But this is where we are. Why? 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 But why? Is that worth it to you? That hurts. Cancer says they're opening up to love. Okay, I thought about it. I'm going to do the same. That hurts to see that. It went to shit after that. Foundation, only you. Are you two convinced that you are part of each other's foundation? You know, one of the whole things about foundation, like the whole gig of it, is that is it established? Yeah. Does it represent family? Yeah. Security. This doesn't feel very stable to me. There's an insistence that it's you, it's only you. We're part of this. We're part of this foundation. You know, one of the most expensive repairs you can do in this life is fixing the foundation. I think some of you just, you can't imagine having to start over or start over with someone different or having to rebuild that sense of, I mean, do you feel stable? Sometimes the most costly repair in the world is worth it. Okay? Either with the other person or on your own. There's a sense that only you and memories dwelling on the memories. I see that. Dwelling on past regrets, issues, sadness of the past. They said they were over it. They're not. It's part of the foundation too. You know, I made meatloaf the other night. It's one of my favorite things to make. I just love meatloaf. You can do a lot of things with it. You really can. Honestly, you can coax so many different flavors into a meat loaf. A loaf that is made of meat, right? But here's the thing. A meatloaf is a lot like a foundation. You got to know what you're putting into it before you put it in the oven, because once it's baked, it's done. You can't go back and add ingredients. Okay? Now, whatever you get out of the oven, you can eat around it if you don't like what you included, but the flavor will be affected. And then also, well, the meatloaf isn't very satisfying, is it? It's not very stable if you're picking it apart. It's not very good to consume if you're having to, I don't know, pull out whole parts of it because you just don't like it very much. So be aware of what you build into your foundation. Because there's something here about the regrets that feel stuck. They're part of it, and they can't be worked through or undone for some reason, or someone's not allowing it. And you can say it's them. That's fine. But how are you allowing it to? All right? This is frustrating. This is very, very frustrating. I don't know. I'm going to move along to, I believe I have Scorpio left. If I have time after Scorpios, maybe I'll redo yours, because this is frustrating. To me, things are super obvious, right? But they're not when you're in it. When you're in it every day, occupation. Keeping ourselves preoccupied with work, adding to that foundation, security. We work a lot for the home. We do our best to provide security for the home, okay, to build each other up. In occupation, we're working all the time. Colorful messages, and poverty. Someone speaks to feeling like impoverished, or that's their biggest fear of having to let go of the foundation, or that the effort's being cut in half. We're afraid of being left alone in the dark, feeling hopeless and childless. I don't know. If you're that hard worker, like, how much are they bringing to the table, really? If somebody's afraid of poverty, wearing a mask, that's what I'm saying. We all wear masks. That's inevitable. If you're alive, you're wearing masks at some point in your life. It's like, they're wearing a mask. They're not being authentic. I got news for you. You're not 100% authentic all day, every day. It's not possible. It's really not possible. It really isn't. Okay? All the most we can do is authentically represent ourselves every day. But it's not all the time. Yes, someone here is wearing a mask, though. Yes, absolutely. They're not being honest. There's fears of instability and poverty. So it might have been beneficial for this person to say they let go of it. And they really tried to believe that for like 5 minutes. And I let go of this. Because you know what? I'm terrified to do this on my own. I'm terrified to be this on my own. So I'm going to act like I'm over it. But it's not, it's eating away because it was built into the foundation. Okay? Something they said they let go of, it's still there. All right. So like I said, if I have some time, I might redo yours because honestly, you should know what the score is. They're still rejecting it. S, W, we have the medallion of Leo and Virgo. You might have any of these very strong placements in your chart, which I do believe I noted on, at least for Leo. Could be connecting to or their season might be important to you. Cancer. I still haven't made up my mind about this reading. You know, after everything is said and done and I still find value in it, I'll put it out there. If not, I'd worry about it because this is not the reading you're seeing. Despite the fact nothing changes, in fact it gets worse, which isn't technically, it qualifies as a change, yes. There might be some value in it somewhere for somebody. And if it's not yours, you should have known to look at your other placements by now. I would never expect somebody to continue to sit here and watch this if it wasn't yours, especially given the heaviness of it. No. It's for those who need it. That's it. You know, I haven't said this in a while. It's like, Jesus, Christina, thought you're done. I know. Yeah, well, look at your reading today, okay? I have so many thoughts. But this was a classic thought right here. And I'm like, move on, because there's other shit to talk about. There's so much to talk about. 3 of Pentacles, 9 of Swords, Page of Pentacles. Honey, you are sick to death about the peanuts you're accepting. You're not at the circus. Why are you fussing over peanuts? This person, this connection you have is training you to get worked up over nothing and then tell you they're doing a lot. And you are losing interest, my friend, Page of Pentacles, to accept any more. So I don't disagree from their point of view in that they do need more time, absolutely. But why does it have to involve any more of the time than you've already given this situation? Okay. Okay. Anyway, don't accept peanuts. Unless you're going to the circus and you want to. Cool. But last I saw here, we're not going to the circus. I hope this helped. Put in the comments. Take care. Be well.